Hello again, and we are in the Buried Village, which is Pharod's little home that he's built. And we did have some leveling up occur, so we're gonna go deal with that. Just real quick. More spells for Dakon, but not quite enough spells for Dakon. Now there's this building here, and this will be the first one we deal with. It's pretty gross in here. Note the piles of bodies. And you see another old woman named Marta. And like several characters in this game, hint, she has difficulty seeing and hearing. She's picking corpses clean, specifically digging up their teeth. You can throw your voice, but it's a chaotic act, and I would rather not do that right now, because I keep telling people I'm a Don.
Updated my journal.
Marta did this one, ask whose I was. He did. I am Marta, Marta the seamstress. Marta the seamstress. Marta the seamstress. She turns away back to the corpse, singing her name to herself. What are you doing? Stitchies and teethies. What are you talking about? So she pulls things out, and of corpses.
Updated my journal.
And that's because they strip them clean. And she says that Pharod's around here. And the important question is, can you dig in my body to find anything? Marta can do that, can't you, Marta? Yes, you can. Mort, I'm not going to watch this. Where? So we need to do the stomach. You won't find anything anywhere else. You lie upon the table, and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. There's a stabbing pain as she slices into your abdomen, then cuts brutally downwards in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in morbid fascination as she lifts up your stomach. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing found, eh, Marta? She shakes her head. No, nothing, Marta. No luck. Should we try again? Now it's check the intestines. Anything could be lodged in there. You lie upon the table and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. And there we go. Ah, there's a wrenching pain as Marta lifts up the ropey mass of your intestines, blood and other fluids streaming from it. Look at this, Marta, look at this. I see, cut there. Marta makes a small deft incision on the side of one of the intestines, and you hear a tink as something small and metallic strikes the floor. Ugh. Marta then dumps the soupy mass back into your torso, reaches down, picks up the object, a ring it appears, and she flicks it to you. Pretty, eh, Marta? She nods. Yeah, Marta, that one shouldn't swallow such a thing. And then we're back to normal, so we can ask questions. We can rest here, and we can also buy things from her. And none of it's particularly useful, but if you don't get Ingris's teeth by this point, you'll want to buy these teeth for Mort.
I'm gone. All right.
And the Twisted Ring gives us +1 to armor class. Oh wow, our inventories are all full. We'll give this one to Dakon. It was hiding in my intestines. And those are my intestines right there. They make a lovely noise. But we won't be using them anytime soon. I need to dump these letters. What am I doing?
Done.
Now, just to make our lives easier, hidden in this basically set of pixels here, is an important quest item.
Done.
We'll leave that there for now.
All right.
There's a house here that we can get in, and Cheryl here will ask us to find her dad because he's gone missing. She says that her dad thinks that he discovered some special crypt and that it required special keys, and I'll help you. Just tell me where I can find her. And she tells me to go to a seer that will help, but we need to clean our inventory out. If you tell him you sell just to him, he will give you better prices. And you can ask him some questions. But I realize I need to rest before I do that. So we're gonna go do some other things first. Q Yin is sitting here. And he is a guy who has a problem. His problem is that he's from a plane of law, some sort of mechanist, and he's lost his name and number.
My journal.
And you have to go and retrieve them. His name and number is being held by Radine, or Radine, down here. And she says that she needs it. And I'll go back and talk to him. You can talk her out of it.
Done. All right. I'm gone.
So I wonder I'm back down here. Oh, she tried to escape.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
So I had to chase her off. That's an evil act. But for whatever reason, the persuasive options weren't popping up. Weird. There, you give him his name and number. I accept it, which is a lawful act.
Updated my journal.
And then the guy's gone. Now you talk to Ulthera. She's an overweight old woman. She's the diviner that gave the info to Cheryl's dad. And she'll give you the portal keys as well.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
And she says that she needs a human leg bone, and she'll know where the portal is.
Updated my journal.
So we need to clean our inventory a little. And then we'll go find ourselves a human leg bone.
All right.
And some thugs that don't like us. These thugs will pretty much always attack you as soon as they see you. just part of being down in the buried village. They're the only ones that'll go hostile like that for no reason.
I'm gone. All right.
I know there's a leg bone around here somewhere.
I'm gone.
And there she be.
Done. Updated my journal.
And she tells us where the portal is to boot. And it's up here. And we'll go open it. We will not like what we find in here.
Endure in an infinite name.
Now this ghoul here is very worrisome. The ghoul can just shred us. Looks like we dealt with it okay though.
I'm gone.
There we go. So we've beaten that. We'll go over here. Rob the tomb.
What's up? Good is done.
And then you see
Right. Done.
it's Carl here, and he has a gold ring on him.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
And we're more or less trapped in this tomb until we can figure out what to do. There we go.
All right.
So go return the gold ring.
Updated my journal.
There you go, Cheryl. Have a nice day.
I'm gone.
And we'll return the necklace to Quint.
Updated my journal.
There we go.
Done.
And before we do the selling of things, this guy was attacked down below in the catacombs, and his lucky knife was stolen. I'll bring back your
my
knife.
journal.
And that is all
All right.
there is to do here in the buried village, besides see Pharod. There's a house here with a guy who clearly has a were-rat or some sort of intelligent animal living in the walls of his house, but there's no real information from him. So I'm going to skip him over and let you discover him for yourself. And I need to sleep here, Marta.
All right. I'm gone.
We're obviously doing that for the friend spell, so that I can get the best possible prices. So we'll probably do another one of those speed up jobs.
I don't want to.
And with all of our quests done,
Done.
we'll go to Pharod's court
Right.
now.
All right. Done.
And finally, the man mentioned in my tattoos
All right.
will be met. Before you is an elderly man leaning heavily upon a crutch. His left leg is twisted as if he tried to walk 2 directions at once and paid the price. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily around his skull and is flecked with liver spots. He's mumbling and smacking his lips as his eyes make a circuit of the room.
Updated my journal.
Aha! The man's eyes light up as he hears your voice. 'Tisn't my steady crop of jink come to Pharod's waiting arms again. Greetings, corpse. He smiles a wicked grin. Have you come to ask Pharod for another jaunt into the mortuary walls? Pharod, I've come for information. I've been told that you know something about me. Know something about you? The light in Pharod's eyes dims. He studies you, mumbling slightly as his eyes flicker up and down your frame. Corpse? No? Yes? His eyes meet yours. Ah, no. Pharod, what is it? Pharod studying you with a dead-even gaze. 'Tisn't a murmur's fair. Corpse? No time for games, no time for Pharod to play the wheel. What are you asking such questions for? Truth, I've forgotten myself, and I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me. Pharod licks his lips. They make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand. Now who told you such a thing? Well, no one told me exactly. There were these tattoos on my back. They told me to seek you out if I ever forgot myself. Ah, so little said, so much told. Pharod falls silent, and suddenly you have a feeling that Pharod is dissecting you like a corpse on a mortuary slab. I know much you would know. Much, yes, much indeed. Pharod smiles slowly, the folds of flesh on his face peeling back like a curtain. What do you know of me? Pharod licks his lips, then settles himself upon his crutch like a vulture. No, no, not free. The question you ask. His pasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch. Much I can tell you, but the telling has a cost. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker's Square. Chambers, vaults, and corridors filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins. Somewhere in those halls, somewhere there lies something misplaced, something mine. What is it? A small thing, a trinket, such a trifle. As Pharod speaks, his words start echoing as if 2 people were speaking. You know you've heard them before from your own lips. It's a sphere, made of bronze, ugly, feels like an egg to the touch, and it smells of rotten custard, am I right? Pharod falls deathly silent for a moment and then nods, yes. How much do you hide from me, corpse? He chuckles. Did you return to see if I remember what it is I want? Do you know where the sphere is? Ah! Pharod sighs like shifting sand. And why do you suppose I ask you to look for it, corpse? I do not know where it is. I know it is buried deep, far deeper than any villager has ever gone. Pharod tisks. I may be in the catacombs where the waters run deep. Deep. Why don't you get one of the collectors? Because the corridors need no more dead than this village. Strong, fast, clever, these are qualities my villagers do not have. They go below, they do not return. Perhaps the dead will welcome their own, That is what I think, corpse. Do you know where the sphere is? Ah, we've already done that. There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, corpse. He holds up a withered finger. One of them is this bit of wisdom. Everyone wants something, whether they know it or not. There is much I know about you, much that you would want to know. Very well, a deal is struck, a deal is made. Pharod cracks his crutch sharply against the flagstones. A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there's no time to waste. Go to the gate at the south and east, and tell those slumbering fools to open it for you. Make haste, make haste. I have other questions. Then ask. Pharod smacks his crutch on the cobbles, as if passing sentence. Come, come, corpse. Time's short, and so's my patience. When you met me, you asked if I wanted to go to the mortuary. You tell me, corpse. Perhaps the dusties that live there are more to your liking than some sweet-bosomed wench. Pharod taps his crutch on the floor, the clacking echoing throughout the court. Most forgiving of the dusties to let you stride in and out of there as you please, considering you don't have the decency to stay in the dead book. Why would I want to go in there? Corpse, you were so bent to get in there. Now you spill that you don't even know why you wanted in there in the first place. Sometimes it's a wonder the planes turn. What is this place? Pharod's eyes roll in his sockets, scanning across the ceiling, walls, and then the floor. This here's Ill-Wind Court. Not a name of my choosing, thank you kindly. And the kip outside, kip is slang for home. Outside the court is the Buried Village. What is the Buried Village? Well, now there's a story. Pharod licks his lips again and shrugs. But to tell true, the story bores me. The short of it, it's a piece of the hive that got bricked over one day. A piece of sigil got penned in the dead book. You know, them floating goat heads that serve the lady, then Davises. Well, no matter if you do or not, they go all round fixin', breakin', buryin', buildin' all the time, do you know? Yes, go on. Well, as the chant goes, and a dusty chant it is, too, being so old, them Davises just damn well bricked over a section of the hive one day, and all bodies just forgot about it. Dump a lot of trash on it, and soon nobody even knows it's here. Wicked, no? A piece of sigil, all forgotten. How did you find it? I still have my eyes, corpse, and I still have my ears, and when you have enough sense to tie the two together, then finding the dark of any matter is not as hard as some make it out to be. Pharod rubs his filthy cloak. Now, was there something else you wanted to pick my brain box about? You didn't just come to hear about this rag hole, did you? And, you can tell him the story of Pharod. And he does not like it. And he responds with a story. Bent like a herder's crook, a corpse comes to Pharod's court ripe with stench and promises, claiming he would find that which Pharod needed. But what does he bring? Nothing. Promises broken, corpse. Do you deny it? Say that you do, for it means that you've lied to me, and I will die because of it. I'm searching for it, Pharod. When I find it, I will bring it. No promises have been broken. Lies that lead to the death of another are the blackest thing. Pharod taps his crutch. You'd best keep your word, corpse, else the plains will grind you like a miller's wheel. And then you can ask him where he gets his bodies from. Does a mage tell the secrets of his craft? So it is with the collector. Perhaps I will tell you, but you must promise that it is for your ears only. What I hear is for my ears only. I lied. Very well, Pharod taps the flagstones. The village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker's square. Chambers, vaults, corridors, places black as pitch, filled with weeping stones and the precious dead. All asleep in their coffins, sleeping. Where do they come from? Corpse, corpse, everything dies. Life is so short, but death lasts for so very, very long. Many people, many deaths. His stare travels past you. Such a waste for their deaths to be useless in a dusty's arms, eh? What do you mean?
My journal.
Not all the dead that goes to the mortuary gate is fed to the furnace, corpse. The dusties bury some of the dead in the city's bowels under the village. So near, so close, in such a place. I would have been a fool not to see opportunities. So you rob the catacombs of the dead, the dustmen place there, sell them back to the dustmen, and they bury them again. Pharod nods and chuckles. These catacombs are as deep as a dusty's pockets, and as deep as the greed of a man. Oh, yes. And the greed of a man is something that shall always be counted upon when naught else is left, eh? And there we go. Farewell, Pharod.
I'm gone.
And now we have to go down in the catacombs and find ourselves the bronze sphere.
I'm gone.
I think we're prepared to do so as well. Oh, I found a box. Ooh, a finger bone.
Done. Done.
This looks like an old gatehouse wall. And you find Bar here, who, comically enough, mans the gate.
I'm gone.
And, well, we're gonna cut it off here, because the catacombs are as deep as a dusty's pocket, to use Pharod's words. So, in the next episode, we'll be exploring just how deep that goes.